This is the sound of a University of Phoenix student earning a business degree. What you don't hear is the University of Phoenix student studying in between shifts, in his 2-bedroom apartment, while his children sleep. What you don't hear is this student defying the odds to succeed. Shouldn't that student be the candidate you take a longer look at? University of Phoenix. We rise. Learn more at phoenix.edu.
Welcome to the Elite Podcast Network, your number one source for all things sports. Follow us on Twitter at Elite Podcast Net. Use the hashtag EPNERA and join the revolution now.
Welcome back to Wrestling Heads Radio. It's me, Oscar. I'm taking over this thing tonight, but I'm not alone. I got two fine gentlemen joining me today. Number one, I got the man who I saw this past weekend at PWG Bowie. Let's give it up to Jared. What's going on, Jared?
Hello. How are you guys doing?
How you doing, man? Doing
Not
pretty
too
good.
bad.
And also,
try to avoid getting sick from MagFest, but other than that.
and also, not only that, you're not the only one that's joining me. We also got someone from the NYC, and he can't wait for the Yankee season to come start pretty soon. It's around the corner. I got Tom with me. What's going on, Tom?
What's going on, guys? Hope everybody listening had a good weekend. It was so cold over here. At one point over the weekend over here, it got to like negative 15 degrees. It was brutal over here. All my East Coast listeners, they share my pain. It was brutal over here, but it should be warming up. But like I said, perfect opportunity to kind of sit inside and catch up on some wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, I want to start off. I want to apologize to everybody that was looking forward to our interview with Matt Tremont, the CCW champ. Unfortunately, he had to pull out tonight, so we will work out a later scheduled date. So once again, we apologize for all that. So we will work on it. So don't worry about it. We will work on another scheduled date. All right, Monday Night RAW was actually not far from our neck of the woods, me and Jared, but RAW took place in Anaheim and at the Honda Center tonight. Unfortunately, I did not go on the show. I didn't bother to go, but unfortunately, me and Jared mostly saw most of RAW today. Before I get some thoughts, well, just getting to RAW, but Jared, what you thought of tonight's RAW?
Well, for the most part, I thought it was really good. Like, it was a step up from the usual stuff. But we'll get into the good and the bad as we go on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's just start off with RAW, how it all started. It pretty much started off Dean Ambrose coming out. He basically want to call out Brock Lesnar out for another fight, I guess. But unfortunately, he didn't get Brock Lesnar. He got Stephanie McMahon.
And his reaction was priceless.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she came out and then she was wanting them to know that she's going to that Dean Ambrose is going to defend his title tonight in a 5-way match, pretty much. And also there's a little fatal 5-way match. Yeah, there's a lot of things going to happen. And which she also announced that if Roman Reigns interferes in this match, Ambrose will be disqualified, and he'll be out of the triple threat match main event for this Sunday's Fastlane. The competing Intercontinental match, the Fatal 5-Way, Dean Ambrose defending the title against Kevin Owens, Stardust, Tyler Breeze, and Dolph Ziggler. Which to me, I don't know what your thought of it, Jarrett, but I feel like that match was almost a little. Yeah, it was like that was like really kind of like it was because you have so many guys in that match. It was like everybody's doing one thing at once, so it's hard for me to keep up. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a new Intercontinental Champion for the second time.
Big Kev, motherfucker.
Yeah. Before I give on my thoughts, I'm going to ask you guys, starting with Jared, because you saw the match and stuff, what are your thoughts of Kevin Owens becoming the new two-time Intercontinental Champion?
I am all for it. I am all for Kevin Owens succeeding. Like, in any situation.
Yeah, definitely. Tom, what's your thoughts of Kevin Owens walking out as the Intercontinental Champion?
It's very interesting to me, having Kevin Owens win it on the last Raw before Fastlane, obviously building up to a matchup at Fastlane where I would expect Kevin Owens to retain. I wouldn't expect Ambrose to win it at Fastlane again. Even though WWE around this time really does like the flip-flop like championships, they like to do that quite often around this time. Between the Rumble and WrestleMania, the kind of flip-flop titles before getting into, the biggest show of the year. But it's very interesting because we didn't know what Kevin Owens was really doing going into WrestleMania, and we really didn't know what Dean Ambrose was doing. So now this creates a whole different dynamic because if Kevin Owens is the Intercontinental Champion going into Mania, what does that bring up? Because you would have to think that he's going to defend that title at WrestleMania, and then that leaves more questions for what is Dean Ambrose doing. So it creates a very interesting dynamic on what's going on. So, like I said, I'm intrigued. But it is really weird. Like I said, Kevin Owens hasn't even been on the main roster for a year, and he's already a two-time Intercontinental Champion. I think it shows you, once again, how WWE, how they portray a lot of their champions. I mean, they've done it for years, but they flip-flop these titles a little bit too much. Sometimes you have to have someone get, a 9-10 month reign, a year reign to make them look like a legitimate champion. You can't keep flip-flopping all these titles. That isn't your world title.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there, Tom. I am actually happy he's the Intercontinental Champion. I didn't expect him to win the title today. I was enjoying Dean Ambrose's run as champ, even though he hasn't defended that much, due to the fact that he actually retained the title at Royal Rumble, but he was not scheduled to defend the title at all this weekend at Fastlane because he was part of that triple threat match. So I guess he felt like he needed another championship match this Sunday, and then they decided to give it to Kevin Owens. But speaking about Kevin Owens, they went backstage and he announced, pretty much he told Renee he told him he's going to get his belt back and all this crap, blah, 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 blah. Until Dolph Ziggler came down and congratulated him, and he challenged him for a match for the Intercontinental this Sunday at Fastlane, and now it's been added to the card because Owens accepted it. Now you have Kevin Owens going against Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. That's been announced just tonight. So later on the show, after we give out our Raw recaps, we're going to give out our predictions, all three of us. So we'll predict that match a little later on tonight. So we'll be doing that. So that's all I'm gonna move on from that.
It was once said that about El Generico and Kevin Steen that they will be doing this forever. But until Zane gets called up, here's this guy.
Yeah. Well, let's just see if his buddy Sami Zayn debuts soon. All right. Next match, which it was basically one of those Battle of the Titans matches. You got Big E going against Mark Henry, which, if you guys remember, Mark Henry walked out of the New Day last week, and in the beginning, you got Big E talking trash to Mark Henry because of what happened last week, how he walked out. So they had a match tonight, and then you see Big E, oh my God, doing a couple of splashes on Mark Henry. I don't know if you guys saw that spot there, Jared, but it was basically one of those Battle of the Titans matches, and Big E ended up winning the match. Jared, I'm gonna start off with you. What were your thoughts on that match?
Well, I was more focused on the promo where the term "world's largest booty hole" was brought up. And I'm thinking, have you ever seen the Vine clips from the Magic School Bus? What is that, girl? That's a booty hole.
Oh God! What the hell? I know I didn't see that Vine, but it sounds funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the match was okay. Mark Henry's nothing great, and he wasn't even in his prime. But Big E is awesome. And the fact that he was able to even lift up Mark Henry for the big ending, even if, Mark couldn't take the big ending.
Don't forget, that dude is really, really strong, so.
Yeah, he apparently powerlifted Mark Henry.
Yeah. It's hard for me to say that, but yeah, he did outlift him in his match, so, yeah, he did that. Before we move on, Tom, you have any comment on this match? I know you're DC Raw, but you have any comment to say anything about Big E and Mark Henry?
Doesn't seem like something that would really interest me. I mean, I can see why they're doing it. I mean, Mark Henry, obviously, I think is on his way out from the WWE, most likely after WrestleMania. So, you can feature him on Raw. It's, that's fine. And put him against Big E, who hopefully, they do have big plans for, and let Big E get a victory on Raw. So even though it wouldn't be something that kind of interests me, I can see maybe why they did it. Like I said, give the New Day momentum, give Big E momentum, kind of build them up. So I have no problem with it. It's just something that really wouldn't seem that interesting. And yeah, I did miss Raw tonight, unfortunately, because of work, and the weather over here isn't too great as well. So it took a little bit to get home. So I only saw the last little bit of Raw, which I have a lot to say about that when we get into it.
All right, we're going to move on. We're going to move to something that Jared messaged me earlier, but he wants to make a rant about something, but this is where this is the part we're going to get to. Okay, let's just explain what happened to Tom here, but Brie Bella comes out, and basically she comes out and, talk about Daniel Bryan's retirement that happened last week, and then she got interrupted by Charlotte and Ric Flair. Charlotte comes out, basically it sounds like she's trying to make Brie forfeit her match for the Sunday Fastlane match because of what's going on with her life right now between Daniel Bryan's retirement and Nikki Bella's injury, and basically she's trying to tell her she should forfeit the match because of all that, and then Brie was like, no, she doesn't want to do it. She's fine. She's still going to compete. And then she tried to bring up other things like, I know why you're here. Because you need the money. Because, Daniel Bryan cannot do this and that.
No, you're not doing it. I know why you're here. It's because you need the money.
Yeah. Yeah, she said that. And she also saying that, it's not all about Daniel. It's all about her and Daniel. Basically trying to do other things to get in her head, but the part which she's really picked off Brie was when she says that she tells Brie that worried about her kids are gonna end up being like goat-faced vegans, and then that's when Brie snapped and started attacking her, and then Charlotte and Ric Flair just quickly, left the ring, and then you had Brie in the middle of the ring, and then, that's where their match is going to go down this Sunday at Fastlane. Now, Jared, I'm going to leave it up to you. What is your rant about this promo with Charlotte?
So Charlotte had what I consider the worst promo I've ever heard. Not in terms of, content, but delivery. My fucking God. Every single line was delivered wrong. You ever see Sharknado?
Yeah, I've seen them all three of them.
Have you seen Birdemic?
No, I haven't seen that one.
All of those movies have way better acting than Charlotte was during her promo here.
I think that's saying something. But the one thing that confuses me the most is Charlotte has never really been a good talker. And they put Ric Flair with her. Why isn't, the point of a manager is to cut promos for maybe guys or girls who can't really, have the same delivery as some of the other people, because not everybody's going to be good at promos. There's going to be some people that lack in that department, which is why managers came in place. So you have Ric Flair out there, who's arguably one of the best talkers of all time in professional wrestling. And I know nowadays he sounds like he's drunk 99% of the time, but at least he's entertaining. But you have him with there. Why is he not just stepping in there and cutting the promos for her and saying this stuff for her? Because, like I said, we've seen Charlotte's very, I'd say, lackluster promos. Even down in NXT, she really wasn't that strong, especially with, Bayley down there and Sasha Banks down there, and when Becky was down there, you had way better promo talkers. And one of the sad things is you have somebody like Asuka. Asuka doesn't have to say one word, and she still delivers a better message, and she still gets her point across better than Charlotte does when she's talking. That says a lot. That says a lot about the experience level, like the difference in experience levels between, I think, some of these women in WWE. It's very eye-opening. But like I said, why is Ric Flair not cutting the promos for her? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, this time he was too busy, from the looks of it, trying to stare a hole through Brie's tits. My God, it was laser focused to her chest.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good point what Tom just made. Why is Ric Flair not doing all the promo work for her, especially something like this? Maybe why can't the father try to, convince Brie to let her, try to lure her to get out of the match, but then Brie does not accept it. It would have been a better role for Charlotte if like I say, Rick tried to convince her to come out of the match, but then she gets the sucker punch by Charlotte and runs away. That's like a classic heel move. I don't know why they don't end up doing that. So that's something I don't understand. But anyway, let's just move on. Next match, you got The Miz going against AJ Styles, which you guys didn't see SmackDown last week, which I have to say something right here. If you guys didn't see, AJ Styles had his first loss in the WWE. He lost to Chris Jericho on SmackDown. And then it's funny that you see all these tweets since Tuesday, because, this was filmed last Tuesday, that how AJ lost to Chris Jericho. People already saying, oh, he's getting buried. Oh, my God. That's it for him. He's going to getting buried now. Okay, it's something I don't get. You losing to Chris Jericho gets you buried? Okay.
That's true.
What is...
Although that was
how's that getting buried? Yeah, it was a botched finish, but I'm saying, the point is, AJ Styles getting buried. Okay, I don't get that. I understand if AJ lost to, let's just say, I'm trying to think like Mark Henry or a I don't know. I don't want to see Social Outcast. Any members of the Outcast count, but or Fandango. That's a freaking
that's fucking embarrassing.
That's a freaking low blow. If he loses to any of those guys, or Tyler Breeze, the way he's going right now, I think that's something like saying, that now he can say he's getting buried. But he just lost to a former world champ, possibly a future Hall of Famer, Chris Jericho. Why is people out there they're fucking making a fuss that he's getting buried? What the fuck,
Because the internet.
That's not. Yeah, true, but come on, it's Chris Jericho. It's not like he's not. Chris Jericho doesn't have a resume like a Fandango. Come on now. But anywho, AJ ended up winning the match, by the way, which it was nothing you can really talk about. It was the same thing that you saw SmackDown a couple of weeks ago between The Miz and AJ. It's the same style match. Ends up with the new finish, the calf crusher. He beat The Miz with that, and then as the match, Jericho walked to the ring, and then they were just talking to each other, and then basically AJ challenged Chris Jericho to a match at Fastlane. Have AJ versus Jericho 3 at Fastlane. Jericho responded, nah, but you know what? I'll think about it. I'll give you an answer on SmackDown. So basically, that's what happened. And even listen to his commentary during that match, it just seems like they're trying to maybe move on to a heel role for Jericho. So I'm gonna go start with Jerry. What do you think of that match between The Miz and AJ Styles? And your thoughts of possibly we're gonna see a AJ Styles versus AJ Styles versus Jericho 3 at Fastlane.
Well, that was a damn good match the first time, so why not? And this match with The Miz, I'm not a Miz fan at all, but damn, it was really well done.
Yeah, definitely. Let me ask Tom something. What was your thoughts? I just mentioned about all these people mentioning that he's getting buried because he lost to Chris Jericho, and are you interested to see a third match between the two at Fastlane this weekend?
Here's the thing, and if I may plug another show, there's a great show called What the Fuck Is Wrong With You? Unrelated to wrestling, it's just a good news show. And they taught me a long time ago that people are idiots.
I think that's true. And excuse me, wrestling fans nowadays are so quick to overreact to stuff, especially when it comes to WWE fans. The fans that watch WWE and really, I don't want to say more, I'd say a lot of the younger audience or a lot of the more just casual wrestling fans, the fans that don't watch more than just WWE, they're so quick to overreact, and they think they're in the know, and they think they, know what's going on, they know the wrestling terms and some of the inside scoops or whatever you want to call it, but that's not being buried. It's called having a feud. Okay. Obviously, the plan with AJ Styles wasn't to build him up for an undefeated streak. No, that wasn't the plan. If that was the plan, then AJ Styles would have been undefeated. But that's not the plan for AJ Styles. They're making him look like a star while at the same time
acknowledging that he's human.
Like building him up. And it's like, on SmackDown, did Jericho really get a clean win? It wasn't the cleanest of wins. It wasn't,
that's because AJ was supposed to win.
When it came to that win, because people said, that wasn't the cleanest win that Jericho could have had. So it raises a lot more questions. But like I said, this AJ Styles Jericho feud, I think, is doing good. It's doing good for both. I think it's the best Jericho's looked in a while, and it's like I said, they're really building up AJ Styles as this big star, and obviously right away they can't just throw him into the world title picture, especially when you have Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Dean Ambrose going for it at that time. You can't just throw him right in there. that will come with time. But it's, like I said, it's just the overreaction of fans. AJ Styles is not buried. Stop. I've mentioned that on this podcast before. Stop using the word buried. Stop. People nowadays use that word way too much. It's unbelievable what people consider buried nowadays. And I'm getting so sick of fans using it. I'm sick of two things with the wrestling fans. Them saying buried and the "this is awesome" chant. Those two things piss me off with wrestling fans nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. We'll talk more AJ Styles and Chris Jericho a little bit later on the show, but let's just move on to the next thing that happened on Raw. The Dudley Boys, which we all saw last week, they turned heel. They attacked the Usos last week, and they kind of explained why they did it. They just came on the ring. They just explained what happened. Reason being is because if you saw SmackDown, they announced that they're not going to be using tables anymore. So they're not going to give a damn what everybody wants, but we want tables. So that's out of the best. But is this the real reason why? Because the universe wanted to see the Usos and forgot about who they are.
No, the Usos brothers. According to them.
Yeah, and they're not they're the Dudley Boys. They're not like, this is not no last final run for them, anything like that. This is not no, Guns N' Roses one last tour thing. They're gonna plan to go on and on. So they're not no sideshow pretty much. So basically, that's what they are. They feel like the universe kind of like disrespect who they are in a way. But they're just doing it for one run, more run. I guess they got offended by that, and that's why they basically they attack the Usos, because they're an example who showing who they are. How Bubba Ray was saying, you know who we are, I think. So that's basically what it is. So no more tables. I'm gonna start off with Jared. What do you thought of this new Dudley Boys?
I'm cool. I don't really have any problem.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it either. It's just that it's actually, I don't know, actually no problem. I like how it is, that they changed their little look. Like, remember when Jericho turned heel, he stopped being Y2J. He started wearing a suit and saying he's the best in the world at what he do. Something different. Yeah. And this is what it is. The Dudley Boys are going to do something different. It wouldn't surprise me. They get rid of their camouflages and they start coming up with their own clothes, almost like Aces and Eights type stuff, they don't catch the clothes. Something they can just move on to. And, yeah. I think that's what she should do. I'm going to move on from that. We're going to talk more Dudley Boys later on. We're going to be talking about it. Maybe we'll have time to get involved about it. Next match, which it was a shocker to me, but you had Paige going against Summer Rae, which I feel like that match was terrible, by the way. And the shock part was Summer Rae actually won the match by a roll-up pin. And I was like, what the fuck? That shocked the hell out of me. I think it shocked everybody in the building on the center.
Make an argument for being a big
So Jared, what was your thoughts of all that? Like, what's going on here? Is Paige in the doghouse or something? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I don't really have
strange.
About. I maybe.
Yeah, strange. Yeah, you're strange. I don't know if they're planning to do something with Summer Rae or anything. Like, I will understand this victory if they have something planned for Summer Rae, but I have no idea. Let's get Tom's thoughts on it. But what was your thoughts of Summer Rae going over Paige? Like, is this something going on? You think there's a doghouse with Paige going on? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know. That's definitely very surprising. I read that on Twitter, and I'm also I'm on Reddit reading some of the reactions and the results from tonight's Raw, and that surprised me the most. Like I said, last time Summer Rae got a victory, when was the last time Summer Rae had a one-on-one match with anybody that wasn't on Superstars or Main Event? It's been a long time, so to have that definitely raises some questions. Is it going to be something for Paige? Is this going to be like a losing streak type of storyline? Is, like you said, is there something up with Paige behind the scenes? I wouldn't jump to that conclusion just yet. I would say maybe, like I said, maybe a losing streak storyline could be in place. I don't know. It is surprising, but we'll see if anything comes of it from this. Like I said, I don't know if a push is planned for Summer Rae, but who knows? I said when Summer Rae came up from NXT that they did a disservice to her by putting her with Fandango, because she was really solid down in NXT. With the BFFs, she was getting really good in the ring. She had a good character, and they completely ruined it like they did with most of the NXT talent. They just basically shed them of any character or anything interesting that they have in them, and they stick them with something that's not going to last. But we'll see what happens with Paige going forward into WrestleMania, especially, like I said, you figure that Brie is getting, her title shot out of the way, and they're going to have to go to Sasha Banks, because Sasha Banks, interfered at the Rumble and came down after Becky Lynch's and Charlotte's match, and, there's still some questions with that. So you'd imagine a triple threat might happen at Mania. So where does that leave Paige, who is maybe the most popular diva at the moment in the current roster, with Nikki Bella being out to injury? So who knows? Like I said, it's a very interesting scenario.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just move on. We don't know. I haven't heard any reports of Paige in the doghouse. I don't know what it's linked to, but we probably find out hopefully this week's on SmackDown Thursday night, or maybe next week on Raw. Who knows where this leads to. All right. Next, Paul Heyman was in the ring, and then he's very extremely confident that Brock Lesnar is going to walk out the victorious and rest of Triple H at WrestleMania. But unfortunately, Roman Reigns came out. But actually, he wanted to straight in his face about Brock Lesnar and all this stuff, and then he told him about, like, you have a choice, either do it for your friend or your daughter, which your daughter, meaning by his daughter seeing, watching his dad walk out, be champion at WrestleMania. But then, they just have a little talk until Reigns says something to him, and then that lets Paul Heyman just back off, and then at the end you have the Dudley Boys attacking him. Then there was all these question marks saying, did Paul Heyman send him there? Because we don't know their history between the Dudleys and Paul Heyman, going back to ECW. But yeah, the Dudley Boys just came down again and then attacked, this time Roman Reigns, but he got help from Dean Ambrose in the end. And then after the Dudley Boys retreated, you have Dean Ambrose try to give him the dirty deeds. Roman Reigns pushed him off. He just Roman Reigns looked like, what the hell are you doing type look. And then, Dean Ambrose got that, he pointed to WrestleMania sign. He said, okay, I'm going to, I'm basically saying that I got to get this victory over so I can go to WrestleMania. So I'm going to start with Jared. What do you thought about that whole thing between Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns that led to the Dudleys attacking them? And then, in the end, you had Dean Ambrose and the Roman Reigns thing in the end. So what's your thoughts about that, Jared?
I said it once to say it 1,000 times. There's some things in wrestling that just should be like Roman and Dean just being friends, because they work too well together. It's awesome. I didn't see the segment. My stream went out for that point.
All right. Well, I just basically explained what happened. The Dudleys came out and all that stuff. But let me go with Tom. All right. Well, let me go with Tom a second. Earlier, when I mentioned about the Dudley Boys, their new attitude, you can say they're going to lose the tables and all that. And I'm basically giving you the new characters in the way they feel like they're just they don't feel like they're washed up. They will make people think they're washed up. What do you think of all that? What do you think of the new Dudley Boys, their new attitude?
Well, it can't be any worse than Deacon Batista.
Don't remind that again.
A friend of mine who does not watch wrestling actually suggested that there should be a Christian wrestler who uses the Baptista bomb, and I was really tempted to just, somebody's got to tell him.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. Obviously, like I said, a Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns dynamic is very interesting. Like I said, you consider the promo difference between them. The Dudleys attacking Roman is very interesting. But like I said, the most interesting thing about this was Ambrose almost attacking Roman Reigns. And the thing that comes out of this is the pop that Ambrose got for almost attacking Roman Reigns, because obviously people would rather see that. People are more into Dean Ambrose than they are Roman Reigns. It's just a fact. And WWE is really just trying to create this scenario where, Roman's probably going to go over, but it's not going to matter because I think just fans just want to boo him. That's what happens sometimes. Just fans don't like somebody, and no matter how hard you try, nothing's going to change it. You can try and try again, but just fans want to boo somebody.
And they want to put over somebody, and it's a battle of attrition. Who is going to win?
And then, like I said, then you have somebody like Ambrose who is popular across the board with just about everybody, from a lot of the adult fans to the kids to the women. He's popular all across the board. So it's, like I said, it's a weird thing, but it's not going to look good for Roman Reigns, I think. Like I said, we'll see what happens. But it's very interesting that they decided to tease Ambrose attacking Roman Reigns.
Yeah, definitely. Before we move on, we got somebody in the line. I think I know who this is, and I bet you it's from Eyes of the Ring himself. I bet you it's Nathan. What's going on, Nate?
What's up, guys?
Not much, man. I'm happy that you're on, man. So before we move on, I was want to ask you two questions, Nate. First of all, what do you think of Kevin Owens walking out as your new Intercontinental Champion?
I'm perfectly happy with it. I didn't really fully expect it to happen. But I would rather the title be on Kevin Owens at this point than Dean Ambrose. And it shows that the WWE is not, because I hear a lot of people saying that, WWE isn't really in favor of Kevin Owens, and they're kind of giving up on Kevin Owens, and this shows that is indeed not the case.
Like I said,
yeah, I don't see anything they give up on him. I don't know why people are saying that, but I mean, I don't see that at all. It just people make a big deal. He loses one match and make a big deal like, okay, what do you want to make him do? Become another Goldberg? Okay, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, we've already got another Goldberg in Ryback, but that's a different story, gear aside. But
yeah, and right now we're just talking about the Dudley Boys. They got a new attitude now. They're going to drop the tables, and how they're. You saw Raw. They basically turned heel because they blame the WWE universe, blaming them that they think they're washed up and all this stuff. What's your thoughts about this new attitude of the Dudley Boys?
I'm perfectly fine with it because before this happened, they weren't doing much for me other than being a nostalgia act. And now that they are heels, they're back kind of to their roots, and they're back to the point where I'll be able to get behind them, and because their job now is to be there to put over younger talent, and they'll piss off the crowd, and they'll do all these things that we're used to them doing, and it'll pretty much be like they're heels, and their job at the end of the day is to lose and put other people over. So I think it's fine, because at the end of the day, as a wrestling fan, you want to see the dickhead heels get their asses kicked, and that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, definitely. Let's just move on from all that. We'll give out our predictions of Fastlane in a little bit. Next match, you got the Lucha Dragons teaming up with Neville going against the League of Nations, which is Rusev, Alberto Del Rio, and Sheamus, because he probably thinks that, Wade Barrett's got some kind of injury. He's just hanging around. I haven't seen him in a while. But it's just been announced before the match that in the Fastlane kickoff show, it will be Kalisto defending the title against Alberto Del Rio in the pre-show match, which during this match of Raw, it was not really that great, but Rusev, Alberto Del Rio, and Sheamus won. And after the match, it's been announced that, Del Rio challenged Kalisto in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the U.S. title. So, you guys' thoughts, starting with Jared.
That's weird.
Why you pissed off?
No, it's on the fact that the 2 out of 3 falls match is on kickoff.
Oh, kickoff. I get pissed off. I hope. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, because you kind of cut out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of odd because usually those 2 out of 3 falls matches take a while, but usually those kickoff shows, the matches be like really quick, like maybe a 5-10 minute match. But I don't know how they're gonna speed up this match. Anywho, that's what they announced earlier, that there's gonna be a U.S. title match at the kickoff show. All right, next match you got Becky Lynch, who I saw back at Reseda, by the way.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very awesome.
Yeah, I saw her. Yeah, and Skip took a picture of her. Before the match happened, I guess before. No, I didn't take a picture. I already took a picture of the WrestleMania week, so I ain't bothered to bother her again. All right. All right, let's go. Before before the show ever started, I guess it's a little parking lot segment between Becky Lynch and Naomi, and Tamina right there, and then I guess they attacked her. So then next to the match between the two, which I wish it would got a little bit. It had more time, because I really think the match would have been better off if they had more time. But Becky got the win over Naomi. Tamina attacked her from behind, so it was a 2 against 1 until Sasha Banks came out, and then Sasha Banks, she didn't get in the ring, but then they were just mocking her in a way while attacking Becky, and then when she got in the ring, they both retreat, and then and that's basically what happened. So we also know in Fastlane, Sasha will be teaming up with Becky Lynch against Naomi and Tamina, so that's what happened this Sunday on Fastlane. So starting with you, Jerry, what do you saw of that match between Becky and Naomi?
Well, I managed to come back to this part. I caught the tail end of it. I'm always happy to see Becky win. I more like the Sasha part, just because, partly because it was an awesome moment, and partly because a friend of mine who was recapping the show for me while I was, out of it, said, and I quote, "Sasha's stripping off her jewelry." Like,
oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that when Sasha came out, she was taking off her jewelry. Like, okay, people were saying stripping. I'm like, what the fuck? So I just look at it like, okay, like how chicks about to start a fight, they take off the jewelry off. I go, fuck this. That's how I look at it. I ain't even stripping.
If she was stripping, I probably would have paid more attention to it.
It reminds me of the bit from X7 with JR's call, "Jerk an edge off the ladder." Predicting the future.
I don't think we'll be seeing her in Playboy anytime soon. So, yep. So, Nathan, you got a thought of that match between Becky and Naomi?
I thought it was good. Not too bad. I thought it was not too bad of a match. I mean, we've seen multi-diva matches in the past, and they're kind of getting away with that, or away from that, and they are going more towards. Yeah, exactly. They're going more towards what we have wanted from this, I guess, Divas Revolution all along, and we want them to focus on two people in a wrestling match, and I didn't understand what was so hard about that. But now they're finally getting to the point, and I thought this match was pretty good. I'm not going to lie, and as long as they keep doing matches like this and not having 9 goddamn people in the same match, it'll be fine. It's just I'm not a fan of them having like 9 people or 6 people or multiple people in one Divas storyline, because maybe 2 people stand out and then the rest of them get lost. But I thought this match was good for what it was.
Yeah, definitely. That's what's going to happen on Fastlane. We're going to give out a little prediction of this match later on. But, let's just move on to the, you can say, main event, which ended up being Braun Strowman going against the Big Show, which, once again, like I said earlier, another... Yeah, that's the main event, all right. And which it was nothing but a battle of titans, big dudes, like, slamming each other and all that stuff until the Wyatt family came in the ring and attacked the Big Show. And then after that, Ryback runs down to help. Then Kane came underneath through the ring, and they all attacked the Wyatt family. They all just beat on the Wyatt family, and the Wyatt family retreated. And that was the end of Raw. That was basically your Raw right there. I'm going to start out with Jerry. What do you thought about the end of Raw?
It was a weird thing to end on. Like, you had all this great stuff. You end with this bullshit. Maybe it was a compromise. Like, Triple H could write the rest of the show, but Vince could write the ending.
Oh, God.
You know, what you just said right there explains a lot, because this show, I thought, continuity-wise, was very good, but that ending segment didn't make any sense.
Nope.
It would have been way better had it been at like the top of the 9 o'clock hour.
Correct.
But it was the main event. And it's like, I'm sitting there for 3 hours, and then 30 minutes before the show's supposed to end, and I'm sitting here realizing that, oh my God, Big Show and Braun Strowman hasn't even happened yet. And then it ends up being the main event. And it totally threw me for a loop.
But no, we got to end with the Big Show and Bing Stinglet. I made these names up on the fly. Although the Big Show is actually a joke of mine.
Yeah. Tom, you ever thought of the ending I just gave out? They had the Big Show and Strowman, but until the Wyatt family interfered, and then the ending, Ryback and Kane came out and just beat up on the Wyatt family while they retreated. Do you have any thoughts of the ending?
Yeah, I did get to see the ending of Raw, and it was weird because I came home around 10:55 Eastern Time, and I see the Wyatts cutting a promo, so I think, oh, something's going to happen. And then I hear Big Show's music hit, and then the bell rings, and I'm like, wait, they're doing a match at 11 o'clock? Like, we're supposed to be ending soon. It was very odd, very strange. The match wasn't good. Very odd way to end Raw with, Ryback and Kane and the Big Show standing tall against the Wyatt family. Imagine if this was your first time watching Raw. Say you heard from somebody, okay, you should start watching WWE. There's a pay-per-view coming up. WrestleMania is coming up soon.
When Kane's pyro went off, I thought the pyro guy was drunk.
Yeah. But imagine if this was your first time. You're thinking, okay, the Wyatt family versus these 3 guys must be their biggest storyline. It must be the main event of the next show. And then you find out, wait a minute, it's not, because it's probably not even going to be the semi-main event. It's probably...
None of these people have a pay-per-view match.
Yeah, it's confusing. It makes no sense. I want to know who scripted this to be the ending of Raw. I would have rather seen Becky Lynch and Naomi end Raw. That would have been a good way to end Raw.
Anything but I would have actually preferred anything to end Raw over what actually did. Zack Ryder could have ended Raw, and I would have been fine with it over Braun Strowman and the Big Show.
It's like
the only reason why the Big Show ended Raw was to lead into that podcast.
It's like the old Patton Oswalt said, I would respect them more if they just had 1 minute of a monkey shitting. Applies to both Jennifer Aniston trailers and the Raw.
Well, before we move on, I just want to say I noticed that there's a couple of SoCal wrestlers was in a segment I forgot to mention about R-Truth and Goldust, which R-Truth.
I did miss the segment, but who were the wrestlers that made it in there?
Okay, I just saw in the background one of them. I don't know if you saw a guy in a green, looked like a green shirt. His name is Mikey O'Shea. He wrestles for he used to wrestle in Championship.
Oh, okay, I know Mikey O'Shea.
Yeah. He was in the background. I don't know if you saw him in the table, but he was there. Also, a guy who actually currently wrestled for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and he was a past guest on the show, Sasha Directo. He was in the background as well. Yeah, he was in the background as there. And I thought I might have saw another guy from another wrestler. I think it was him. It was hard to see, but I thought I saw Big Duke as well, sitting on the right side. It was hard for me to see if that was him or not. But
and this was all capitalized with Goldust violently coming champagne onto R-Truth's wife.
Yeah,
this show is weird.
What happened. Yeah, but that's the little segment they did in the little restaurant, quote unquote. But yeah, I saw those SoCal wrestlers there. Shout out to them. And also, I don't know if you guys saw this, but what is this award? The Vince J. McMahon Award, which is McMahon's father.
I have a theory on the award.
Go for it.
I think this award is going to be used as a gimmick to basically Vince McMahon Jr. is going to give it to himself and talk about how great he is.
You know what I would?
That's what I think they're. That's what I think they're going to do.
Triple H do that.
Or yeah, Triple H. But like before I called in here, I was on VOW Live with Rob McCarran from Shake Them Ropes. But we were kind of talking about it, and it's either Triple H gets the award or Vince McMahon himself gets the award. But it's going to be used probably to further some sort of storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of that too. Like, it's going to be something that led to WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But,
I think only one person really deserves it, and it has to be Bo Dallas for beating Flo Rida in that battle. I mean, Bo Dallas is a saint.
Okay.
Bo Dallas is a saint and a savior for beating Flo Rida in a rap battle and making him look like a joke.
To be fair, he'd have more dignity beating a dead horse. Like, it's a more difficult win than that.
You know what? I even forgot to mention, the Social Outcast did came out, which later defeated Zack Ryder, which shows a Zack Ryder site on Raw. Interesting. That's what happened. And you guys wonder why I didn't go to Raw tonight. So, all right. Well, let's just take a little commercial break.
Before we move on, what the hell was that weird exchange between Ryback and Luke Harper?
Oh, that part when he picked up Harper and then I don't know what the hell happened. He up there. Yeah, that was strange.
And someone else the ring. This is the match.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just take a commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna give out our Fastlane predictions, and we'll talk some PWG Bowie as well. So we'll be right back.
What's up? This is the phenomenal AJ Styles down here in LA, kicking it with the PWG, busting my tail. Freaking great tournament. The bowling tournament is freaking amazing. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, everybody and anybody needs to listen to Wrestling Heads podcast.
This is international star M-Dog20 Matt Cross. You might remember me from Tough Enough, but if you saw me there, you have never seen me. Check out my best friend, Son of Havoc, every single week on Lucha Underground. You are listening to Wrestling Heads.
All right, welcome back to Wrestling Heads Radio. Now it's time for us to give us our predictions for Fastlane. I don't know if anybody's ready, but let's just start off with the kickoff.
Yeah, who cares if anybody's ready? Just fuck it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's just start off the kickoff. So you have Kalisto defending his title against Alberto Del Rio in the 2 out of 3 Falls match. So let's just start off with Jared. Jared, who do you think is walking out the winner in that match?
Kalisto. 2 out of 3 Falls usually goes to the face.
All right. Mason, who you got?
As much as I want to say Alberto Del Rio, I can't. Kalisto's winning this, and hey, Del Rio is one of my favorite guys. He was great when he had the run on the Indies and on Lucha Underground and WWE.
He left that shit far behind.
He's in great shape, but he's kind of fallen into his own trap where he's the same person that he was before he left. But there's no point in having Del Rio win the title back, so I'm hoping that Kalisto wins this, and then Kalisto and Del Rio can get away from each other for a while.
All right, Tom, what do you got?
I'm going to go with Kalisto as well. 2 out of 3 Falls. You have to think. You wouldn't think that Del Rio is going to get the title back on that. Usually, it's the champion who kind of wins that matchup. So I think Kalisto is going to win it. I think this has potential if they give them the right amount of time and book this match correctly. I think this could be their best match yet, and really could. I think could help both guys, even if it's a loss for Del Rio. I think if he has a really strong showing and has his best match back ever since he came back to the WWE, it could really help elevate him and really get him noticed even more, and it would help Kalisto more as a champion. So I'm going to go with Kalisto, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kalisto as well. I don't see the point of giving the belt to Del Rio, especially in a match like this, in a kickoff show, winning the title in a kickoff show, that wouldn't make sense. But even though you got Sin Cara back together, I just don't feel that he's going to drop the title to Del Rio, not just yet. But yeah, I'm going with Kalisto as well. All right, next match, which has been announced today. Pretty much it could be the opener. Kevin Owens will be defending the Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler. I'm gonna start off with Jared. Who you got?
Well, I have a simple booking plan for this. Have Kevin destroy Dolph, get his heat back, and then have set up the feud with Zayn for Mania. There's really not much more to that.
All right. Nathan,
when the plan works,
who
it
you
works.
Kevin Owens for sure, because he just won the title tonight, so there's no way he's going to. Well, he could lose it on Sunday, but knowing the WWE, but they shouldn't do that because A, I don't care about Dolph Ziggler, and B, they have a lot of things that they could do with Kevin Owens as the Intercontinental Champion.
All right. Tom, what you got on this one?
I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. Right now the indication points at that it's going to be Kevin Owens defending the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. I wouldn't really understand them doing a title change on the Raw before Fastlane just to change the title again. It really would serve no purpose. I mean, we've seen them do it before, but I think
I was just going to say that.
I think in this case it's just kind of it's going to be the launching pad for Kevin Owens to be the Intercontinental Champion going into WrestleMania. Whomever he faces, whether it is Sami Zayn or somebody else, whomever. But I think he's going to be the guy to defend the title in Mania. What happens to Ambrose, that's still up in the air, but I think Kevin Owens wins on Sunday.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Kevin Owens as well. Like you guys said, it doesn't make any sense for him to drop the title already this day to Dolph Ziggler. And this is like the 100th match now since Kevin Owens becoming the main roster.
Weeks.
So, yeah, whatever. That's going to be their 100th match. So, hey, they might go into Mania. Who knows? But it'll be cool. Now it's cool to see Kevin Owens walking in Intercontinental at WrestleMania. Who knows who's going to be wrestling against? Maybe an AJ Styles. Who knows? Or I thought we Sami Zayn, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, what would this lead to? But yeah, I'm going with Kevin Owens on this. All right, tag team match. You got Becky Lynch teaming up with Sasha Banks going against Naomi and Tamina. I'm starting with Jared. Who you guys got on that one? Who you got on that one?
Do I even really have to say it?
You can say a draw if you want.
It's going to be Sasha and Becky, of course.
All right.
Also, is it also
Nathan?
on the kickoff?
No,
it's going to be Sasha and it's going to be Sasha and Becky, but why does this match why is it even happening? Is my question.
But WrestleMania. I'm assuming what it is to WrestleMania.
It seems like it's an odd way to get to WrestleMania. It's a way to give them something to do, so I don't mind that. But it kind of seems pointless.
All right, Tom, who you got?
I'm going to go with Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. No reason for Team Bad to win. Like I said, I think it's going to be leading up to a triple threat match at Mania. So it makes sense to just put them in a match together, only to have them fight each other at the biggest show of the year.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually going to pick Naomi and Tamina, and this is the reason why I at first I thought they were going to win, because I don't know if you guys saw over the weekend, there was reports that Cameron was joining them during these house shows events over here in California, and I was thinking, is it possible that Cameron might come in and cost Becky and Sasha the match? But
do not say that. God, no. Please, no, Cameron.
I heard somebody say that, too, because I heard that there's a possibility that they want to do align Cameron with Naomi again, but that would reform the Funkadactyls, and I don't want that to happen. Because I don't want Cameron to be anywhere on the main roster because she's fucking garbage.
She sucks! Oh, my God, she sucks.
I'd rather have Eva Marie. And I can't believe I'm saying that because I hate Eva Marie.
Whoa. Let's not take things too far here. Let's not get too crazy here. Listen, I have inside sources that say that Vince McMahon is listening to this conversation, and you just gave him an idea. So thankful. Now we're going to see Eva Marie on Raw the night after Fastlane. All thanks to Nathan.
Well, she's in the ad for the show, so why not?
Please. They only did it because they're like, we need somebody to be the racing girl. Damn it, Eva Marie. Let's go.
Yeah, because she's terrible. Fuck.
But if it keeps, Naomi can work the bulk of the match, and then Tamina can come in, super kick somebody, do a Samoan drop. As long as she does that, it's fine.
Yeah,
that would be fine with me. Don't have Tamina wrestle for too long.
Yeah. But you know what, like I said, I was going to pick because of Cameron, but you know what? I just think comes solidly, just think comes in. You know what? Probably only just one time, I don't say one time thing, but only for California, only they'll have Cameron unite with Naomi and just join Tamina from Team Bad. I think that was only like a one-time thing, you could say. So I don't think she's coming to the main roster. So that's why I'm picking Sasha and Becky Lynch, because this is going to lead to a story for WrestleMania. That's what I'm assuming that's what it was going to lead up to. All right, well, their Diva match, you have Charlotte defending her Diva title against Brie Bella. I'm going to start with Jared. Who you got on that one?
Who cares? Also Ric Flair. They're the same person.
All right.
By the way, did anybody notice that Charlotte's chest seems to be a lot bigger than it was last week?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I think she got breast implants.
Not saying much.
But
I don't know if it's implants or they have these special bras that make them look their boobs bigger. Because I noticed
that could be too.
Like that. Because I noticed that.
Yeah, because she admitted it
but
too.
I don't think Paige has. Who, Paige?
Yeah, Paige admitted because a lot of people thought that she got implants, and then she admitted on Twitter that it was just a really good water bra or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So maybe Charlotte's doing the same thing, but either way, it kind of took me by surprise because they were kind of out there tonight.
Yeah, I don't know about her getting implants, but I haven't really noticed if she had bigger boobs or not. But I didn't think she had small tits, but she had all right size tits, you could say. But yeah, but I didn't know if they were bigger or not. But I'll take a look again. But Nathan, I'm assuming you're picking Charlotte to win this Sunday.
Yeah, because I think with the whole Daniel Bryan retirement, I think Brie's pretty much winding down her career, and so she'll probably wrap up at WrestleMania and then be done. And there's no point in having Brie win if that's what's going to happen, because then she would have to drop the title before leaving anyway. So Charlotte's definitely winning this match. There's no doubt in my mind.
Which
I heard that report.
Most of this quality.
Yeah, I heard the report that Brie could be done pretty soon. But yeah. All right, Tom, who you got on this one?
Obviously, I think Charlotte. I think, yeah, there is a possibility that they give Brie the title for one night at Fastlane, and then they do a rematch on Raw the following night and have Charlotte beat her. You know, just kind of have Brie have, a quick little reign with the title. But I don't know. Something tells me that I think it's just going to be Brie getting a title shot, and that's kind of like her last thing for the time being. So I'm going to go with Charlotte. But like I said, there's a very good possibility that Brie does win, but only holds it for one night.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Charlotte. I don't see Brie winning it, and there's always a report that she could be leaving. I think these little rumors could be true. It wouldn't shock me if she leaves after WrestleMania, like how last year AJ Lee left. So it wouldn't shock me at all. Yeah, it would not make no sense with Brie winning the title right now. So I'm gonna go with Charlotte, and I see a WrestleMania match in Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. That's where I feel like that's where they're gonna go. All right. I guess that's about it. I guess we could talk the main event now. There'll be a triple threat match. It's gonna be Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. The winner will face Triple H for the WWE World Championship match at WrestleMania. I'm going to start with Jerry. Who you got on that one?
You know what? I'm actually going to
do
one shot here.
You know what? Before we talk about the championship match, what about a match that hasn't been announced yet but might more look like it? Well, let me ask you something, Jared. Jericho and AJ, is it happening this Sunday? And if so, who's winning? AJ the one.
I think did they already announce it, or did they not?
No, it has not been announced yet.
Well, put it this way: AJ challenged him, and he said Jericho said he'll think about it and he'll let you know on SmackDown, which it could be. You say, yeah, I'll do it. So So Nathan, what do you think? You think that's gonna happen? And if so, who got winning?
I don't think anyone's gonna say Jericho. It's gonna be AJ.
Yeah, it has to be AJ. I'd rather them wait and have them do the match at WrestleMania, unless they have bigger plans for AJ at WrestleMania, because my fear is that they're going to stick AJ Styles in some sort of multi-man match at WrestleMania, and I don't want that to happen. Especially with the rumor that I'm hearing that they might do the Intercontinental ladder match again, like they did last year. And they would probably put him in that, because WrestleMania needs something ever since they got rid of Money in the Bank, because that Money in the Bank was always something that we could count on, and the first year that it was taken off of WrestleMania and put on its own pay-per-view, that WrestleMania just kind of seemed like it was missing something. So I think that's why they brought it back with the Intercontinental ladder match, but it wouldn't surprise me if they try to do it again. Just like the Andre Battle Royal.
I thought the same thing too, they had to make some kind of multi-man match, like a specialty every year, and the Intercontinental match was something like that when I was over there at WrestleMania. So it was not bad. It was a good way to open up the show. And that's where I thought where they were going. And you got Chris Jericho turning heel. But hold on, before I get on my shit, let's what Tom thinks. Tom, you think this match is gonna happen at Fastlane, and if so, who you think is walking out as the winner?
I think it does. I think something happens on SmackDown that gets announced, or it's announced during the week. And I think AJ Styles wins. Honestly, I don't think this match is big enough for WrestleMania. It's a nice little in-between kind of feud, but I think there should be something much bigger for AJ Styles at WrestleMania. What it is, I have no idea. I don't know what WWE has planned. I don't know if they have something planned even. WWE
Nakamura. No, that was a joke.
Come on.
That's gonna be saved, I think, for a more special WrestleMania maybe down the line. I don't even know if Vince McMahon knows who Nakamura is, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's happening with AJ Styles at WrestleMania, but I feel like holding off on it wouldn't be a good idea.
It was really hard for me not to say something incredibly racist with that with the Vince McMahon voice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna type it.
Damn it, why did we rehire Taka Michinoku? What the hell?
I'm gonna type it to you on DM.
Yeah. But like I said, I think this is a perfectly fine show to end this AJ Styles Chris Jericho feud. It's a good way to build up AJ Styles going into Mania. So obviously AJ Styles gets the win in this matchup. So, like I said, I'm going to go AJ Styles, and I do think this match happens at Fastlane this Sunday.
Well, I got that message from Jared. Man, that would have been so racist. But, yeah. I'm going to say this match. Freaking Jared. I'm gonna say this match is gonna happen, but it's hard for me to think who's gonna walk out victorious, because I don't know if this heel turn Jericho's gonna happen. But if they're gonna move on to, why not have him beat AJ and make him an opponent for the Undertaker? Because I don't know if they even know who the Undertaker's opponent's gonna be. Why not have a Jericho versus Undertaker match?
Do you even know if Undertaker's gonna show up?
I have a theory of who Undertaker's opponent's going to be.
Who? I got to hear this.
John Cena.
Yeah, I heard that too.
You think Cena is really going to come out earlier than the injury?
Yes, I do. For The Undertaker and a match with The Undertaker, yes, I do. Because he's wanted that match since WrestleMania 30. I'm not sure how much weight it'll carry, considering the streak is broken. Because I think if they did that match with the streak still intact, it would have been a lot more. It would have been would have carried a lot more impact, but it's still a match I wouldn't mind seeing because they've only wrestled once, to my knowledge. And it was back when Cena was first starting.
Yeah, I remember that they wrestled back then. I want to say they also wrestled on a Raw a couple years ago, but they haven't wrestled for a long time, I could say that. But if Cena does come back, that'll be crazy. Coming with that injury, you wrestle at WrestleMania, that'd be crazy. But I think I'd rather see that in Undertaker and Braun Strowman. But we'll see. But I just thought maybe Jericho would be a good pick because, we've never seen a Jericho and Undertaker match, a big headline match. So we never seen those guys even feud before. I know those guys wrestled each other before, but we've never seen them in a rivalry.
They wrestled once on SmackDown, and it was a mess.
Yeah.
Something was off about that match.
Yeah. But this time, if you can't put Cena, who are you putting against The Undertaker? If you got all these multiple injuries going on, who are you putting against The Undertaker? And I was thinking maybe Jericho should be another. Maybe it could be a heel Chris Jericho. Why not? But I don't know if that's going to happen. But if anything, if I had to bet money right now, I'd say AJ's going to win. And they have to have something for him at WrestleMania. I don't know if it's going to be a 6-man or multiple-man like you feared, Nathan. But they have to do something for AJ at WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens with AJ and Jericho after this. Or it can be a draw or fucking Jericho does something stupid. He hits AJ with a chair, and then they have one final match at WrestleMania. That could possibly happen, too. So, yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. If I had to bet money, it'd be AJ Styles winning somehow, either that or he gets disqualified, whatever. AJ's going to win. All right, now let's go on the main event and start off with Jarrett. Who do you think is winning the main event?
Gonna go on a limb here. Long shot Ambrose.
Oh, really? You're going from Ambrose?
Yep. I think they may be wanting to swerve us this time. Probably wrong.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Nathan, who you got in this one?
I'm going 100% with Roman Reigns. I think the main event at WrestleMania is Roman Reigns versus Triple H. I've said this before. I kind of figured that they were going to do that match. I didn't think it needed the title. It looks like that's the way it's headed, and we might as well just get it over and done with. But if Roman Reigns does not win that match, I'll probably faint because that's what I expect to happen.
It's going to be a really hard sit. Like if you do Triple H and Roman, it's going to be fucking destroyed by the crowd. Nobody's going to care. Everyone's going to be angry.
Unless they somehow make the Mania main event a triple threat, which I don't think they should do because that would technically be three triple threats in a row. Because you had the one at 30, you had the one technically at 31, and then you'd have one at 32.
Yeah.
And I don't think it needs to be done, but I wouldn't put it past this company. I honestly wouldn't.
Yep.
All right. Tom, who are you on the main event?
Gotta go with Roman Reigns. As much as people want to think that something else is going to happen, remember, this is WWE. This is the company that only a few years ago was really going to go with Batista versus Randy Orton no matter what until the crowd forced WWE to change its mind. That's not happening this year. This year is going to be Roman Reigns versus Triple H as the main event of WrestleMania because I feel like that's what Vince is dead set on. He's dead set on Roman Reigns getting his comeback victory at WrestleMania after losing to Brock Lesnar and, getting cashed in by Seth Rollins last year. This is his big comeback, and he'll be more over than ever, yada, 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 the stupid stuff that, Vince likes to kind of conjure up and think in his mind is going to work when in actuality, none of it's going to happen. It's going to be terrible. But I think there's too many people thinking that it's going to be a swerve, but like I said, I just like to remind those people that this is WWE, and they swerve you at times when you kind of see it coming, and when you think it's going to be a swerve, no, it's probably going to be what's expected. As much as we don't want to see it, it's most likely going to happen. Could something else happen? Could Dean Ambrose win? Sure. Why the hell not? But I'd give that maybe a 1% chance of happening.
All right. Well, I am going to pick Roman Reigns. I don't see Ambrose or Brock Lesnar win this match. But now I'm interested to see if it's possible to see a Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose match. I don't know if it's SummerSlam or this year's WrestleMania.
They're doing Brock and Wyatt at Mania. That's without a doubt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might do that first, and maybe SummerSlam we'll see a Brock and Dean Ambrose match, possibly.
I still want to see a Brock Cesaro match, but that's probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen anytime soon at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on, we got a call. Hold on, let me see who this is. 734 area code. You're live on Wrestling Head Video. Who's speaking? 734. You're live on Wrestling Head. Yes.
Yeah.
Who's
I was
speaking?
just wondering if hold on. Can I call you back from a different number? I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll be back, guys.
Okay. All right, I don't know what the hell was all that about, but okay.
Well, we wait, Bowie?
I guess, but that was weird. Anyways, I guess we'll go to PWG Bowie, which me and Jarrett we're at the show. I want to know, first of all, what was your thoughts of Bowie, Jarrett?
Well, like with all PWG products, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, fucking awesome, right, Will?
They can do no wrong.
All right, well, let's just start off talking PWG, which Becky Lynch was at the show, by the way, like I said earlier. She was there, and of course the MMA fighters were there. They're there in Raw as well. But let's just start with Bowie. The opener, it was Dalton Castle going against Chuck Taylor, which I expected a comedic feel type match between the two. By the way, everybody went crazy when Dalton Castle.
Top of him was huge.
Yes. Definitely. And he had boys coming up, but it's not the same boys from Ring of Honor, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, no, it was the ring crew.
It was the ring crew, pretty much. And unfortunately, Chuck Taylor won the match.
That's unfortunate.
Huh? Well, it seemed like everybody wanted Castle to win. I think there's some people on the show predicted
Wasn't that Dalton's debut in PWG?
I love Chucky T.
Or did he?
Yeah.
Did he debut before that? Yeah.
First time.
Logically, he should have won that match.
Yeah, but I
mean, this isn't WWE we're talking about, so I'm not going to harp on it too much, but it's just kind of weird.
It just seemed like everybody who makes their debut ended up losing. Like Chris Dickinson, he made his debut, he lost. I think even Trevor Lee made his debut and lost as well, if I'm not mistaken, or he might have won his debut match. But it just seems like
his triple threat and I think Andrew Everett won it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's been it's how it is. If someone makes their debut, they always lose. So that's how it's been lately. So that's why they Chuck Taylor, and he ended up winning the match. So yeah. All right, hold on. This 734 guy, he just hanged up. The 734 guy called back and he just hanged up. But anyways, yeah, that's how they opened up the show. Dalton Castle and and Chuck Taylor. Second match, which I'm trying to remember, I believe the second match was... What was the second match, Jared? I can't remember. Chris Hero. Oh, yeah.
Who I really feel bad. I thought I was going for the high five, and I didn't think he was going to reciprocate, so I moved my hand away. Turns out he was. He's like, don't fucking move your hand away. Sorry, Trent. My bad.
Yeah, Trent against Chris Hero was the next match, which I think was okay. I don't think it was one of the best matches there during the night, but unexpectedly, Chris Hero did win the match. Jerry, what do you thought of that match?
I thought it was damn good. It was like really, really well. Like a friend of mine had this theory, a different friend from what I mentioned before, had a theory that this match was going to be a sleeper match because of what we saw in NXT with Trent Beretta and Cassius Ohno. That was only like 5 minutes, but it left me wanting more. This is more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot he had wrestling till in NXT before. I totally forgot about that.
Yep.
So, thanks for the reminder about that, Jared. But anyways.
Thank you.
Yeah. But anyways, that was the second match. Third match, I want to say, was it Adam Cole and Mike Bailey?
No, that was Lenny.
I mean, fuck, what the fuck? Adam Cole against...
Jack Evans and Sami Callihan.
Okay, yeah, it was Sami Callihan. I don't know what the fuck, I'm off. Yeah, it was Sami Callihan. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know, I'm off. Don't play with these shit. I don't know what the fuck. But it was a good damn show. But yeah, I can't remember like what matches were ordered by, but yeah, damn it, I was at the show. Yeah, it was Sammy.
You were at the show and you don't remember?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I did a lot of this weekend. I can't remember when by order. But
I'm kidding. I was the same way last year when we went to Vegas for the ROH 13th anniversary. So anytime I go to a show, I remember the matches, but I don't remember the orders that they went in.
I think even all matches, even if I don't go to PWJ, even another wrestling independent show, I just don't remember how everything goes by order. But yeah, it was Sami Callihan and Jack Evans. Jack Evans starting off running his mouth yet again. And
I love it. First of all, it is honestly one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, it was the same thing. Like he does the drunken master shit again, and then he beat Sami Callihan.
Like I said,
believe it or not,
Jack got the win. I called it last time.
Yeah, but it was pretty. Yeah, and there was some nasty spots from the apron and outside that Sammy did to him. That was freaking sweet as well. So, yeah, so Jack did one. All right, let me put this guy on again, the 734. Let me put this guy back on again, the 734 area code. Let me see with him. All right, 734, live on Wrestling Heads Radio. Who's speaking?
Hi, this is Ethan from Michigan. Sorry about the last time. I'm listening to the show on one phone and trying to call from a different one.
Okay.
So I was just wondering what you guys think about the video of the Dudley Bros rubbing cocks together.
The what?
Faggot. Prank call.
What?
Prank call.
What the fuck?
Some guys talking about the Dudley Boys' cocks.
We had that a few weeks ago, too. I wonder if it's the same person or if it's somebody. I don't know.
I missed this. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know, some jackass from Michigan wanted to prank call us. He's trying to fuck with us, but oh well.
Okay.
All right, Michigan.
I was like, what the fuck were the Dudley Boys on? But then, okay.
Maybe that was Eminem that called. But anyways.
None of them talking about
good luck, Detroit Lions. Whatever. Good luck, Detroit Lions. Next match. Andrew Everett going against Adam Cole. Baby. I even noticed that they've been putting Adam Cole against younger guys, like, as of late, like, you know, Mike Bailey. Now they got another guy, Andrew Everett. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. You know, Andrew Everett's still doing his thing. Like, he didn't injure his knee. still killing it. I'm surprised with, all these multiple injuries he's been having as of late. He can't continue what he's doing, but he's still doing what he's doing. But Adam Cole won the match.
As soon as he came out, he's gonna do some flips and shit.
Yeah. And Adam Cole comes out with. Yep, and Adam Cole got the victory on that, and still comes out with salt and pepper. Hold on, but before we move on, Jared, during intermission, you saw that Dolphin Castle line?
Oh yeah, I was part of it. Thankfully, I got in early, but.
Oh yeah, dude, he had to make a lot of money from all those T-shirts. People want to take pictures. Jesus Christ!
I bought one.
Well, your Dalton Castle loves you. But anyways, let's just move on. After intermission, we had Trevor Lee against Zack Sabre. Well, I want to explain this right now about something what you're not going to see on the DVD. Fucking Trevor Lee came out to Bruce Springsteen's
Born in the USA.
Born in the USA, yeah, because he's going against an English guy.
Frank was in town that night.
Yeah, he came down. But dude, that dude is a straight out heel now on PWG because people were saying some stuff like fuck TNA. Yeah, they were saying fuck TNA.
You keep saying that.
What's TNA?
I remember we said the company that AJ Styles was more known from. But hold on. Remember when David yelled something to him about Dixie Carter, and he yelled out back, "Oh yeah, she's my MILF."
Nobody told him. He's better off not knowing.
Yeah, but people were attacking Trevor Lee during this match, but it was a good match. I that was part of my favorite match of the night. Trevor Lee and Zack Sabre. I like the part when they were like both kneeling down, slapping the shit at each other. That was a good match between the two.
Oh yeah,
and Zack Sabre got the win.
City.
Who?
Sabre came out to a Bowie song.
Oh yeah, he did. He did came out to the Bowie song. At first, for some reason, I thought Dalton Castle would, but no, it ended up being Zack Sabre. But unfortunately, he's not going to be on the DVD. But yeah, Zack Sabre got the victory.
Well, yeah, because they cut the entrances.
Yeah, they always do that on the DVDs. If you guys want the entrances on PWG, you got to come to the show. So Nathan, Tom, you got to come down. All right. Next match.
Yeah, I know. That's the next step I need to make.
Yeah. Well, you're more than welcome to come down. Hopefully you get a ticket because it's hard to get a ticket nowadays. All right. Next match. They're returning for the first time in, 3 years? You got Evil Uno going against Speedball Mike Bailey. Evil Uno he did came out. He grabbed someone's hat and threw it in the crowd. So Evil Uno is pretty much evil. And
I never would have guessed.
He wrestled the guy. Yeah, he wrestled the guy here he's very familiar with. It was Mike Bailey, because they're both from Canada. And that match was it was a solid match between the two. Evil Uno could still do what he's doing, even though he hasn't wrestled the WWE match in a couple years. So
I never actually
I like this little evil
any of the Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, they were really awesome. I remember back in the day when they came out to the Mortal Kombat theme song. They were awesome to watch, but now they're a different type of character than it was back then. Yeah. So, Mike Bailey got the win on this match, but I'm pretty sure we'll see more Evil Uno in future PWG shows. So, Speedball got the victory over Evil Uno. And then we went to the before that we move on. What was your thought of that match between Evil Uno and Speedball Mike Bailey?
Well, as my first exposure to Uno, it was a damn good intro. I really like what this guy's doing.
Yeah. That intro was awesome. And it's basically like it sounded like one of those like you were saying Mario and Bowser's about to come out. That's what it sounded like to me. So,
it was a remix of Bowser's Castle from Mario World.
Okay, see, it's been a while since I've been playing Nintendo, so it's kind of hard for me to remember all that stuff. But that's what Evil Uno pretty much came out to. So yeah, that was it wasn't a solid match. I was still buy the DVD and watch that match. It was pretty good. Especially if you're Canadian, you gotta watch that match. All right, let's move on to the main event. Main event, which was Roderick Strong defending his title against Drew Galloway, another TNA guy, by the way. And then I have to say,
he is huge.
Yeah, he is a huge dude. No shit.
He does not come across often, but he is a big, big guy.
Yeah, definitely. And then match was another solid match between the two. But unfortunately, we all knew we expected Roderick Strong was still going to walk out, still PWG champion. And then at the end of the match, I was it like the they stick Adam Cole and Roderick. Oh, by the way, he came out with the tag team titles as well. So the Young Bucks were not on the show. I think they keep attacking Drew, and then Zach came out and helped him out, and then they attacked him too. And then fucking Zach said, "At All-Star Weekend, I'm gonna become your next PWG fucking champion," and the crowd went crazy. So basically, they announced it already, like before it was on Twitter that they're gonna wrestle each other, Roderick Strong and Zack Sabre. So, Jared, what do you thought of that match, the main event?
Really good match. Predictable, but good. Honestly, I have more to say about the crowd than I do about the match.
All right, hold on. We got to put someone on right now, and I think I know who it is. It's the father of Wrestling Heads Radio, Skits. What's going on, Skits?
What's going on?
Somebody's late.
Oh, man, I was at work, bro. At work tonight.
No, he was watching. No, he was watching The Weeknd at the Grammys. That's what he was doing.
The Weeknd, Taylor Swift, Kendrick, et cetera.
I watched the Grammys
actually.
the show.
I hear you guys talking PWG. Good.
We were just finishing the Bowie run.
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah, unfortunately, Matt Tremont couldn't join us today, so we have to talk to PWG.
Why didn't that happen?
Huh? Well,
why didn't
Tremont had to reschedule. That happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tremont had to reschedule, so we're gonna work out a future day to get Tremont back on. But so now we got Skits on. We were just almost pretty much in the end talking about PWG. What do you thought of PWG? What was your match of the night?
Zack Sabre and Trevor Lee for sure. Trevor Lee, I love the new heel Trevor Lee out in PWG. I like that aggressive side of him. And of course, Zack Sabre, the best technical wrestler in the fucking world. Another match that was a sleeper, I thought, was Evil Uno versus Speedball Bailey. That match was amazing, dude. How about that spot in the corner, tombstone off top of the rope that Evil Uno did on Mike Bailey? Yeah. Wow. All I have to say to the folks that are going to watch the preview for the PWG, they're going to be like, wow, like that's going to be like one of those spots. Another match. Oh, yeah, you know how PWG is. They lag their like preview videos. There's another match too that.
Killing me here.
What was that?
Killing me here.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's one more match that I had on my top 3. I forgot what it was, but
Hero and Trent.
Hero and Trent. I really wasn't a big fan. Maybe if I'm not a big fan of Trent, it was good for Hero, but I feel like Trent really didn't get no offense off really like that. I feel like, no disrespect to Trent, I feel like he basically they bring him in just to lose to people. Tell me when Trent's won a singles match in PWG.
Nah, question. Only thing he had love was when him and Chucky had that best friend thing going on.
That's I'm looking forward to the next show. The All-Star Week is going to be nuts. I know we'll probably go down the card later this week.
Let me ask you guys this. So we've only had 2 shows so far in 2016 for PWG. Obviously, both of them named after 2 deceased musicians in Lemmy Kilmister and David Bowie. Which of the 2 shows so far did you think were the better of the 2?
It's a tough one because I have more of a personal connection to Lemmy because that's the first one I took my girlfriend to. But I think Bowie had the better matches.
I want to say the first show or the last one with Kenny Omega was there.
That was
that last year?
No, that was All-Star Weekend, the one I didn't make it. He was asking about Lemmy and Bowie.
Okay. Lemmy and Bowie. I don't know. Honestly, I can't even remember what was on the card at Lemmy. What was the main event? If you guys,
was Hero and
Hero and Roddy, right?
And Roddy's song. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Is Zack Sabre face? Is Zack on the Lemmy show?
Zack Sabre was.
Yeah, he wrestled.
Yeah. I can't remember.
No, Zack Sabre did wrestle.
Yeah, I thought didn't he wrestle Tozawa?
Yeah, he did. That was a crazy match. Yeah. I would probably say this one was better.
I'm just hoping
and let's not forget.
Passed away.
I'm sorry to cut you out. I was going to say, the Lemmy and a Bowie show, there was no Bucks, no Ricochet, no Matt Sydal, and they're still both decent shows.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I was going to say, hopefully in the future, there's no other musician doesn't pass away so they don't have to use their name as our feature PWG show, like example.
One of the Earth, Wind, and Fire guys passed away, but I don't see them making a show for him. But,
well, I think it's more like the heavy metal scene, or the rock scene more. Like, let's just say example, say Ozzy Osbourne died. They're gonna put their next show Ozzy. That's all. I'm hoping that doesn't happen to him, but oh fuck, if it happens, then blame me. But I'm just trying to say, I'm talking about the dick. Hey, I like I said, I hope it doesn't happen. But
let me ask you guys this: as 3 PWG regulars now for a couple of years, you guys obviously are, I think, right now at a point where you're excited with the people that come in on a regular basis, but you're also excited when new people do come into the company. Obviously, Dalton Castle just made his PWG debut. So do you guys feel that with PWG, because we don't know how often they're going to be running, usually it's either every month to 2 months, would you guys like to see a new debut each month, or do you guys think that only a couple times a year there should be somebody new come in? What are your thoughts on debuts? Do you think each show should have someone different?
Okay, you know what? What I was gonna say to him, I feel like it's kind of forced the way to make a new debut every month or every show because how WWE is getting their talent, like Biff Busick, Rich Swann,
Gargano.
Gargano. It's like they're taking away their talent and they have to add new ones this whole past year. And it wouldn't surprise me next. What if they try to go after Adam Cole or possibly
Adam Cole just said that. Speaking of Adam Cole said he doesn't want to go to WWE anytime soon.
I don't buy that. I mean, people will say, "Oh, I don't want to go to WWE." I don't buy that at all. I mean, if I'm
hey, no disrespect.
Adam Cole, Adam Cole's what, 20, 25, 26? He's still, Adam Cole's still really young. So
no disrespect,
yeah.
but I remember interviewing Mia Young. She said she's now want to go to WWE, and she's in TNA right now. That's basically like almost to the WWE. You know, you like get your feet wet in TNA, and then WWE they like see you, and then they'll bring you in basically. So yeah, every wrestler says that. Speaking of tryouts, I don't know if you guys covered it, but Cedric Alexander getting a tryout today.
Yeah, we didn't cover it. But yeah, I saw that list. I was like, okay, Cedric Alexander, Laura James. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
There's some more people too. There's some more girls too. I just can't remember their names.
Yeah, I can't remember who else at a tryout. But there were some names that had already been on NXT, like Corey Hollis. So like, what the hell? Why do you have to try out? He was been on NXT a couple of times. Like, why is he getting a tryout? You know?
Maybe so they can be regulars or like whatever. Because you know how WWE, they're cool on bringing people like Santana Garrett in, you know, to do a match.
And it's also to see kind of like, I think also in the tryouts, it's also to see how they are physically, you know, because all right, you put them in a quick little 4-minute squash or something on NXT that doesn't really show what they can do into the future. So I think the tryouts just kind of like show what they could do, maybe test their personality a little bit, see what they're working with. I don't know, but I know David, you wanted to say something before about my question about debuts in PWG. What do you think about that?
I think you're asking Jared, right?
What?
Yeah, Jared. What did you, because you were going to say something before Oscar about debuts in PWG. What is your opinion about that? How often should they bring in new people?
They pretty much nailed it. Like every once in a while, just to fill in a void.
Yeah. What did you guys think of Evil Uno?
Evil Uno, I love him. I love him. Like, he needs to stay around. And I don't think he needs to be in a tag team right now. Let's do this single shit, because he's really evil out there, and he's done some fucking, like I said, that crazy spot. It was like a corner spot where he had Speedball, you know, in a tombstone position up on top of the rope and just dropped. Like, you should have saw people's reaction. And he's more aggressive in the ring,
I heard people saying that Uno looked really, really good at PWG, and I heard he got a really big reaction.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah, welcome back, Terrence.
Honestly, I want to say some people probably don't know who he is, because I feel like there is some new PWG fans out there that don't know who he is. So it was like a couple people, just the people that, you know, were there, you know, when he was there. That recognize people.
Yeah, right. Like the more hardcore PWG fans, or more of the older school PWG fans.
Yeah. But I want to also answer what you're saying about the whole debut thing. I'm definitely with these two. Every other month would be good. I think the next time they need to bring us some new faces is probably Bola. And I just want to say this right now for all the folks who are listening. We're going to do a show where we're going to write down names who we want to see debut at Bola. So be on the lookout for that show, because that show is going to be pretty good with all of us, you know, PWG fans here on WH Radio, sharing who we want to see make a debut at Bola this year, because we all know Zack Sabre made his debut at Bola a couple years ago. So, hey, who's next?
Yeah, definitely. We're getting close to the end of the show, but I just want to let our listeners know they should tune in on Thursday. We got 3 guests, which I'm proud to have on, because I remember Skis a couple times I wanted to say, like, we should have opponents as guests in our show, and we finally get that opportunity. But they're going to be opponents in a 4-way match this Saturday at Finest Championship Wrestling in San Diego, which they're going to be part of a 4-way, but we got 3 of the wrestlers that are going to compete. It's going to be Eli, Aerofly, Douglas James, and Danny Limelight. They're all going to join us and talk about that match and more, what they're doing and stuff. I know Eli is going going to be going out of the country, and and Danny's doing Championship Wrestling in Hollywood now. So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting show to check out here on WrestleHeads, and also here on the Elite Podcast Network. That's something you guys don't want to miss out. Yeah, you guys gotta check that out on Thursday.
I just want to throw this out here too. On the 22nd, we're gonna also have SoCal wrestler Brody King here on WH Radio. He trains down there at Santino's Bros. We'll be talking to him about him working at a championship from Hollywood also, and working on some more guests for March. So be on the lookout. And we definitely will bring Matt Tremont on here. We talked to him on the direct message, and we're working out on another date. So be on the lookout.
Yeah, we're gonna work out with Matt Tremont, and also talking about Brody King. I just heard that now Championship Wrestling in Hollywood is gonna be airing in San Francisco, some channel there. So, and they're gonna start doing shows in San Francisco now. So we get a little shout out to Championship Wrestling in Hollywood for doing bigger things now. I guess it's time to give our plugs out. I'll give my plugs out, but I don't know how long you're gonna be on, but I think it's time to give out your plugs.
I'm on, bro. I'm on for the rest of the show.
Okay, we're
for
going
it.
to end the show anyway, so. Go for it.
Well, you can find me. You already know me, Skits, WH Skits, on Twitter. Follow at WrestlingHeads. That is the Twitter you must follow, folks, if you want to know what's going on in professional wrestling. WrestlingHeads.com is a website for all news, results from the independent wrestling to WWE, NXT, all the good shit. ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingHeads. Run a t-shirt, top one. I think that's about it. Facebook, WrestlingHeads, Instagram, WrestlingHeads. Just fucking represent WH Radio and the Elite Podcast Network.
All right. Jarrett?
You can find me on Twitter at Rosenhacker, and yeah. That's it for now.
You know what's funny? That I always keep forgetting your Twitter name. I'm trying sometimes it's a pain in the ass, though. But yeah. All right, go ahead, Nathan.
You can follow me on Twitter at Headliner5. Follow Eyes in the Ring at Eyes in the Ring. Visit eyesinthering.com. We're going to do an overhaul of the site. We have to renew the domain name. So for next year, or for the year. So when we do that, we're going to change over some of the design. If you want to pick up an Eyes in the Ring t-shirt, you can do so by going to darts.spreadshirt.com, and then of course go to facebook.com/eyesinthering and make sure to like us there. There's going to be some interesting things happening with Eyes in the Ring, hopefully by March, some guests and stuff like that, so stay tuned, and hopefully that happens.
I'm excited. So, shit. I'm excited. I'm not even part of Eyes in the Ring, but that's family. I'm definitely excited for family.
It's going to be a good thing if it happens. So, and there's one person I'm for sure in contact with. Well, I'm not in contact with him directly, but I'm in contact with his brother. And there's a chance that we will get him on the show. And it has to do with the Top Prospect tournament that's going on in ROH right now. And then there's a good chance that True is lining up some interviews as well.
Sweet. Well, before we get Tom, so I just want to say, Skits, watch that segment on Raw between R-Truth and Goldust. You're going to see some SoCal guys you recognize in the background. Especially an old guest of ours. Yeah, especially an old guest of ours is in the background. So you'll see. You'll be all happy when you see one of the guys there for sure.
Santino guys or what?
Championship Wrestling Hollywood. One of them we had as a guest on our show before. You probably recognize him. Nope, not even close.
Peter Avalon.
Comrade. No, but just calm down, comrade. That's all I was going to say. Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, Sasha, let's go.
Well, you can follow me on Twitter @2tweetme. That's my personal account. My Periscope is the exact same thing. Follow me on there. I'll be sure to follow you back. And if you're on Periscope as well, I'll be sure to check out your Periscope whenever you decide to hop on. I know I don't Periscope really, but I'll be sure to check out your Periscope. Leave some comments, and yeah, that's basically for that. As I do every week, make sure you guys are checking out all the great streaming services out there. Progress On Demand, Rev Pro, their on-demand service, New Japan World, Smash On Demand, AIW Archive, AIW On Demand, Beyond Demand, WWNLive.com. I know
DW Studios.
Yep. I know Evolve has some shows coming up, so WWNLive.com, HighSpots.com, Smart Mark Video. There's so much out there, guys. I mean, like I said, I could go through each and every one and tell you why it's so great. Yep, that one too. Like I said, I could go through. I could spend a whole show on why you guys should be subscribed to each one of those. So whatever your preference, whatever you like, you can't go wrong with any of those. Just make sure you're going out there, supporting some of the smaller guys, some of the smaller promotions, and making sure that indie wrestling and smaller wrestling stays alive and well.
All right, and I guess give on my plugs. You can follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. And I've been getting some weird followers lately. I don't watch porn anymore. I lost my virginity 14 years ago from yesterday, so I don't give a shit.
Wow.
I see titties before. So
Why the fuck?
So yeah, I don't see that shit. So I'm not interested in watching porn at all, or 18-year-old chicks.
You know what that means,
Oscar?
Oscar, you know what that means? You have to change your password, bro. Your shit might be hacked if you have porn stars following you.
It's true.
Even if I change, well, I don't. Like I said, I don't follow them back. I don't know why changing my password would solve that, but I don't care. They can follow me.
Trust me, it works, bro. And the same thing for Instagram. It happens. That's what I'm saying. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same combo on my luggage.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, just tune in on Thursday and also Saturday. Me and Skits, we're in San Diego, the 619. We're gonna see Booyaka.
Shout out to David, by the way, who couldn't make it on the show because he's sick. So
he's always sick. Come on, man. But anyway, shout out to David. Shout out to the wrestling guy for having this store on for 3 years. I wish I was there on Saturday, but fortunately I couldn't make it. But shout out to the wrestling guy for keeping it store for 3 years at the store, and hope it continues on and on. There was times that, it looks like he was going to close down, but somehow, some way, he kept his business alive. So just continue on with that show. Bring on more stuff. Buy toys if you guys collect toys from him. So, or championship belts, whatever. But anyway, so I guess let's just end the show here. So I guess until Thursday we'll have.
I just want to say Thursday, besides us having our special guest, we'll also be talking about Honor Rising Japan 2016 show, which is on the 20th. So we'll talk about that card. We'll also talk about
19th and 20th.
Thanks for correcting me, sir. We'll talk about. We'll probably go over New Japan's New Beginning shows too. So be on the lookout. This should be a fun show, people.
Yeah, and also we're talking about
recap.
Yeah, and also we're going to be talking about PWG's the card with All-Star Weekend, so we'll talk about that card as well. So yeah, just let's put that out there too. All right, I guess until Thursday we are out. Peace.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Follow the buzzards.
If your engine was breaking down, would you take it to a mechanic 15 years later? So if your knee is hurting, why wait years to fix it? Because the earlier you seek out help, the more options you have. At the Cedars-Sinai Orthopedic Center, our minimally invasive techniques allow many of our patients to be back up on their feet and go home within 24 hours. So trust the #1 hospital in LA for joint replacements. Call 1-800-CEDARS-1 or visit our website.